I must say it's good to see you at such a rational hour. It's only almost 10 o'clock. We had I guess a normal day. Sides met. We're discussing a lot of different things. And I just think it's, I can't tell you that we resolved anything in such a big way, but there's an element of continuity, familiarity, and I would hope, trust, that would enable us to look forward to tomorrow, where we anticipate there will be some important and additional progress, or not. But I think Billy and I share that view, and we're looking forward to seeing whether something good can be made to happen. I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, with that, we'll take your questions. Remember to wait for the microphone and state your name and affiliation. Brian?
Brian Mahoney from the Associated Press. Billy noticed you being in his press conference, and we don't remember you doing that very often during this process. Is there anything to take from the fact you were in his room and he noticed you smiling?
No, just that we're right across the hall from each other, and not to go in and to sit over here or watching it on TV or something would just be unnatural. So we walked in. We did it last night also.
David Aldridge with TNT. After all of these weeks and months where it was kind of an abstract idea of what a new deal would look like, do you now have a real and concrete idea of what this new deal is going to look like? I'm not saying you're going to get there, but do you have a real and concrete idea of what it looks like?
Yes.
Howard, front row.
Howard Beck from the New York Times. You want to elaborate on the answer to DA?
No.
Okay. Same question I asked Billy. Do you guys need to have the framework of the system stuff in place before you move to BRI? Do you think you'll get there tomorrow? Are you close enough?
I think we'll get there tomorrow. I don't know. I wouldn't describe anything as need, just to say that we've spent a lot of time on the system in the last 2 months, meaning the last 2 days. And I expect that tomorrow we'll be in a position to see whether we've made adequate progress on that to be able to turn to the split.
You think you're coming close to that, though, to having that piece of it?
I think that we are not close enough right now, but I expect with a good night's sleep, we'll both come in with a resolve to get closer.
And Howard, just to add to what David said, because we don't see the two issues as trade-offs, we don't need to know where we are, or they are, frankly, on BRI in order to discuss the system issues and vice versa. You know, one goes to the overall economic health of the league. The second issue goes to competitive balance and parity. So while we need to resolve both issues, and both issues are critical, one is not dependent on the other.
Okay, we'll take Steve Bulpett, and then we'll take 3 more quick questions.
Steve Bulpett, Boston Herald. Considering the momentum of the last couple days, would you consider it a failure of those involved in that room to not get a deal in the next couple days coming?
Yes.
Could you elaborate?
No. No elaboration. But the fair answer and the direct and honest answer is yes.
Steve Ashburner, NBA.com. Can you give us an idea? Pretty much the same people in the room going forward tomorrow as well, and however many more days?
Yeah, we were joined. Mark Cuban was passing through New York, and we told him to come on in, and I saw Roger Mason was here, and he came on in. But within that tolerance, that's the group that we're going to have. Kevin Murphy had to go back to Chicago, but we expect him to be here, ready to go bright and early tomorrow.
And do you think that is the best workable group size, the smaller groups at this stage?
I do. I think that small groups allow people to get to know each other, pick up nuances, body language, what have you, and more willingness to say things in a small group, in an open way. And I think that's what we've been striving for.
Henry?
Henry Abbott, ESPN.com. David and Adam, you both expressed confidence many times that once the systems issues were dealt with, there could be agreement on BRI. Just on what basis do you have that confidence?
I actually think we expressed it the other way. I think we may ultimately turn out to be wrong, but I think we thought that once we came to agreement on the core economics, the split in revenue, that the system issues would fall in place after that. That hasn't turned out to be the case. And as you know, we appear to be apart on both components of the deal. So we'll see. But as I said earlier, they're not necessarily related. I mean, of course, for deal-making purposes, everything's on the table, and there's no question that trades are often made when you have the final pieces of a deal that you need to put together. But we remain apart on both, so from that standpoint, we're disappointed.
There are no guarantees that we'll get it done, but we're going to give it one heck of a shot tomorrow, and I think that Billy and the union's negotiators feel the same way. I know that ours do.
Last question, Ken, front row.
Ken Berger from CBSSports.com in English tonight. My question to Billy, you answered.
Are you writing in English tonight?
And speaking. Yes. In my question to Billy, when the big, difficult moves would take place to get this deal done, you said tomorrow. Are you prepared to make an economic move tomorrow, if necessary, to get the deal done, or is where you are where you are?
We're prepared to negotiate over everything. We're looking forward to it.
Okay, thanks, everyone.